Hi guys, it's Rachel with Rachel's Super Cute Creations. I hope everybody's having a great night. I am on here because I just want to talk about a couple of stenciling techniques. And then I'm going to be heading over to my Facebook page, which is down below at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to do a tutorial on stenciling. And that tutorial is going to be focused on wood. These two are just old boards, you can see, that I recycled. I just sanded off the top real quick, and we're going to work on these. So both of these came from my daughter's playhouse, and it was a tongue and groove. But they're great to make some cute little signs. So we're going to do that this evening. But I do want to talk about a few techniques in stenciling, especially for those junk journalers. And hi, Tanya. Welcome, welcome. I am going to be over on my Facebook shortly, but I did want to come in and talk a little bit about what's going on tonight. So tools that you can use to stencil with can be, a stencil brush. I like to use a makeup brush or a makeup sponge, but you can also use a regular brush or a sponge, a different type of sponge. Now, I'm going to grab a stencil real quick because I want to show you something. We're going to grab this snowflake stencil. And this is one of the jelly prints that we did earlier this week. And I'm going to use this as sort of my mop-up page since I don't have everything set out correctly. But you can use any type of stencil. So when you're ready to do this, you need to find yourself a palette. And I'm just going to grab some white. This is Snow White by Americana Deco Arts. I recommend using Deco Art paints. In fact, if you have a Hobby Lobby close to you, they have all their Deco Art paints 30% off, which makes this size right here about 90 cents. And you do not need a lot of paint. So, hi Barbara, how are you? So we're using just a little tiny dot of paint, and I'll put a pencil eraser next to it so you can kind of get the size. It's just a little bit bigger than a pencil eraser. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our sponge, and I'm actually going to cut this sponge because no, that's okay. No, I am going to cut it. I prefer to hold it closer to the edge. But what you're going to do is you're going to just dip your sponge in the paint, and then you're going to do a technique called offloading. And what that means is you're taking off most of the paint. Okay? Then you're going to go ahead, you're going to take your stencil, and you're going to do a stippling effect. So you want to hold your stencil down, and you want to go up, straight up and down. And the thing about stenciling, we're going to create a hinge. So I'm going to hold my hand right here, and I'm going to lift this up so I can see what I think of the stencil. So see that, and I think that's plenty dark enough. But the reason why I'm hinging this is because if not, then I have to move it, and sometimes you'll get like a 3D looking effect on the snowflake. But I think that's dark enough. And you can see I hardly used any paint on there, but it just creates a nice element. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this one, and we're going to go in this corner. I'm going to dip a little bit in the paint. Remember to offload, and I'm going to do the same thing. Straight up and down. I'm not rubbing. I'm just going straight up and down. Now, in this case, there's more white over here in the corner of my paper. So I'm going to add a second layer. Now, I still have very little bit of paint on there. And you can see it's there. So we're going to let that one dry a little bit, and I might go over that one more time. We'll see. So I'm going to come back in, add another one, straight up and down. And this stencil I was able to find at Hobby Lobby, but there's lots of places to get stencils. And as long as you care for your stencils, they'll last a long time. So you get this nice effect over top of it. And I know a lot of you know how to stencil, but what I see a lot of my my clients in my when I teach classes, and I see people rubbing, even if that's the brush. I see people rubbing. You don't want to rub, because then what happens is it bleeds beyond your stencil. So you want to just gently go up and down. We'll put a bigger one over here in this corner. So I am going to be going live on my Facebook in just a few minutes. And I'm going to be stenciling some old wood that I got out of the garage actually about 30 minutes ago. So I just ran out to my garage and I grabbed some wood. And we're going to just do some stenciling techniques on there with acrylic paint. And I'm going to be showing people how to do that with just some really cheap acrylic paint. And you can make a really cute sign or a really cute gift. There we go. And then you can always have one go off the page. I see a lot of times people get afraid to go off the page. Don't be afraid to go off the page. They don't have to be perfect. Let's put one more right here. So does anybody have any questions about stenciling? In the information, I put the link to my Facebook page, because I am going to go over there in just a few minutes and start getting ready for that. But we're going to talk about not just stenciling on paper, but how to stencil on a variety of things. And that's something that, you know, as I know Christmas has just gotten over and most of us are not in that mood, but I think about gift giving all year long. And I specifically do that because then I don't get bogged down when it gets, when it's Christmas time. Because I'm able to do that all year, I don't have to worry about the really expense, and I can actually enjoy the holiday. So really feel like I need one more in here. I'm really going to have a lot of these in here. So I hope everybody had a great day today. Hope you're enjoying your week. All right, so there we go. So on our jelly print, we've now created this beautiful piece. What do you guys think? So just an easy way using a makeup sponge. The Dollar Tree has a lot of stencils now. This is not from the Dollar Tree, but the Dollar Tree does have a lot of stencils. And make sure you store your stencils flat so they don't get bent up and things like that, because these have little pieces that can get bent up, as you can see here, and then it'll ruin your stencil. So I just lay them flat. I keep a box. It's actually an Amazon box that I cut down to be about 2 inches, and I just lay them on top of each other. And I like to lay just a piece of copy paper or book page in between them so that the stencils don't tangle up with one another. So that's another just quick organization tip. But please head over at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to go ahead and we're going to have some stenciling fun at my YouTube channel. I will The link is in the box below. I'm just seeing here if I can, I think I can put the link in here right now in the feed. There we go. All right. I'll also put it in the feed for you so you have it. If you're watching this on a replay, you're welcome to go over to my channel and the videos will be there. Remember that every Sunday night I do Craft with Me here in YouTube, and every Tuesday evening I do Craft with Me, or actually I do a Technique Tuesday on my Facebook page at 8 p.m. So I hope everybody has a wonderful evening. Please give me a thumbs up if you liked this video. And I hope to see you over in my other platform. Bye, everybody. Have a good evening.